Papa Team 6, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. We have a big episode, in store for today. If you are watching, if you are listening right now, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you're listening on your phone, just pick your phone up, scroll, whether it's to YouTube, open up your Spotify or Apple. Just make sure you hit the plus sign, the follow button on the audio platforms, and make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. This is a show for the dads, the highs and lows of fatherhood, friendship. I'm rocking with my co-host, Fat Stafford, Sherman Young, who is a father of how month old?
4-month-old as of yesterday.
4-month-old as of yesterday. Scarlett. I'm
Young.
a father of two, a 3-year-old, Rue, and an 11-month-old whose birthday's in a few days, 1-year-old Scottzilla Jolie.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Scotty Joe. We have a lot on the show to cover. We just got done with Halloween. Sherm had a solo trip on Saturday, a solo mission on Saturday.
Jill ended up coming. I'll give the details.
You'll give the details. You also took Scarlett to daycare for the very first time. So first time daycare stories coming out.
Sorry, Jill came to that. I did have a solo mission on Saturday.
Okay, we'll get all those details right. Charo and Rue had a trip to London. I might jump into a little bit. We had our boo at the zoo, which we cannot wait to talk about how awesome that was for all the PT6ers showing up. What else did we have? We have values homework at the end of the episode for our quote topic lesson. A couple weeks ago, we challenged the PT6ers to throw in some comments, write some comments for values they want their child to know throughout life.
Yes.
Some of their favorite values that they would like to instill. So that'll be fun. We have a hotline, 601 The Dads. If you want to be featured on the show, we will be playing voicemails toward the end of the episode where we feature PT6ers calling in for whether it's a win, a loss, a story, whatever it is, encouragement, doesn't matter. We will feature you on the show, 601 The Dads. You can also go to bwtb.com if you want to support and be a true Papa Team 6er. Maybe you're a Seaman Team 6er. Maybe you're not.
Ooh.
Maybe you're not having a kid yet, or you're not a father, and you're just part of Seaman Team 6, ST6. Chef Jack, he is the leader of that army. But go shop in our merch store, bwtb.com. Am I missing anything?
I don't think you're missing anything. 601thedads@gmail.com for our international listeners that want to call in, but maybe it's a little expensive. 601thedads@gmail.com. Write us an email, and we love reading those on the show.
Yes, like we enjoy reading everything on the show. Yep. Comments, engagement on social media, the comments under our YouTube channel, under each episode. We love to dive into those. We are going to start moving some of those toward the back instead of taking up so much of the bulk of the front of the episode. So bear with us. We're always working through the kinks here for the dads. Very small channel right now, but one day, boys, it'll be big.
Really?
It'll be big.
All right.
Especially if there's any correlation to the PT6ers that showed up to boo at the zoo.
Dude, the boo at the zoo could not have gone any better.
Any better. And I'm driving over and a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Not like anxiety on Will, what are your expectations here? You're doing a meetup. You're not doing like a meet and greet. It's not like a signing, photographs, something that was very pre-planned and advertised all over the place. What are you expecting coming to this boo at the zoo while you got the family as I'm driving over? And my expectations that I put in my head is we might have 2 families that show up. I know one of them, and it was Alan the barber.
Yeah.
It was my guy, Alan, over at Culture Cuts. He already texted, hey, we're coming. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm fired up. And that kind of gave me, it's like, no matter what, we'll have one. The boys at the shop are going.
Yep.
We'll just have a good time if nobody shows up. But then show up, and there were quite a bit of people.
Quite a bit of people. Derek, thank you so much. Yeah, I was really, really pleasantly surprised. I told myself that the number, and I'm talking in total, busting with the boys, everybody. If we need everybody, if we had 50 people there, I was going to be blown away.
How many?
50.
Yeah,
And I count the group picture, which was minus the Luan family.
And there were a few there. I think I saw a comment or two of we just missed it because we were there early.
There were 2 different couples that got there just a little too early. Or not too early, but they got there a little early.
Yeah.
Missed the group photo. So those 2 couples, the Luan family, and then there were 4 or 5 Bussin' with the Boys guys that weren't in the group photo either. If you count the group photo, it was like 46, 47. So we went above 50.
Blown away.
I was blown away.
I know anytime we kind of talked about it or spoke about it, I was always like expectations low. Boys, ain't nobody showing. It's kind of raining outside. It's cloudy. It's a little cool.
It was an ugly night.
Ugly night.
That turned into a beautiful night.
The PT6ers showed up, bro.
A huge special shout out to, I can't remember everyone's names. I wish I had my notes app out and just had typed in names of families, but met Steve and his wife, met Alec and his wife. And what I was blown away in that conversation were the MT6ers.
Yeah.
That were sickos. Where's Jilly Bean? Where's Charo?
We love Jill.
We love Jill. We want to meet Jill. Where's Jill?
She's like, Jill and I are just alike.
They said that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that. And they were sickos for the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for what y'all are doing.
Buddy came about, I forget his name, but dressed as Willy One Shelf.
Josiah.
Oh
my God.
He had the PT6 shirt on.
Yeah, it's Comedian Discovery on social media.
Yes.
That's what he
Go
runs.
follow Comedian Discovery on social media.
Yes.
100%.
Wait, we need to pull up his official tag because it's like Nashville Comedian Discovery. He's in our comments all the time.
Oh, he's a PT sicko. He's a tier
Sicko.
1. He had the For the Dad's hat. He had a Papa Team 6 shirt on. He had a shelf around his waist with a Form Energy on it, a liquid IV packet. Like,
and as I'm walking up to the zoo, he's already in the Will Compton pose. I thought it was you.
He has Comedian Discovery and then Comedian Discovery Live.
That's
Seem
it.
both to be his channel.
we got a photo too, Chef, so I'll send that to you. So that way you can put it up on the episode.
Yeah, they do have a good pick together, but it just blown away, dude. And the little ones. There were 2 little ones that were born on July 4th, the day after Scarlett. I got to talk to those dads. That was incredible of like, bro, we're every step of the way together. Like every single thing that you're talking about each week is exactly what I'm going through. And it makes the show so much fun because it's like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Sherman, tell them what you're going through because that's me trying to tell people what I'm going through.
Yeah, it was all time and kind of a balance too, because I could feel the like Rue wanting to go into the zoo.
Yep.
Like feel the family dynamic of like, are we going to get going into the zoo? Because I'm talking to everybody. Part of me is wanting to bring everybody in and give like a thank you speech. And then I'm nervous because it's like the whole public speaking thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me just try to talk to as many people as I can. Maybe that'll be good enough. Then as I'm talking to as many people as I can, my wife's like, hey, are we going to go? Rue's really wanting to go into the zoo right now.
And
I
their
said, Rue,
kids.
she's like, Dad, come on, we got to go in.
Yes. Our PT sicko friends, like I see their kids are pulling their hands like, yo, we going or what?
Yeah.
Like what's
Yeah.
if we're going to shoot, we got to shake them, essentially.
Yes. And so it was all time. Thank you guys so much, whoever showed up, everybody who showed up to Boo at the Zoo. We will do more meetups in the future. That was our very first one, trying to embrace Spooktober. The turnout was incredible. It exceeded expectations. Seeing all the support from the boys here at the shop was awesome. But great time Boo at the Zoo. Great time Boo at the Zoo. We almost made it to the trick-or-treating part, but that was one where I saw the trick-or-treating and I was like, if we enter into this, it's gonna get bad very quickly because you're starting to push around bedtime, dinner time. Kids hadn't really eaten. Papa, PT6 are right here, didn't pack a bottle. So I wasn't like,
been there.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. So, I didn't know like, cause it's like, all right, we were going to start 5:15, 5:30, 5:45. So we'll probably go around an hour and then we'll be on our way home. We'll get home by 7, not realizing that Boo at the Zoo was like 35 minutes away from my house. So getting over there, I'm like, sweetheart, we have to leave. Like we're supposed to be taking the photo. Like I'm already behind 5:30. Like this is the event that we put on. We have got to get going. Rue's pissed off because she wore this fairy costume. This dress was like massive.
Yeah.
And she's got this crown, kind of like, not like a heavy crown, but not the plastic crown. So it was a little bit more dense. So I'm trying to get her in the car seat And as I get around the door to lift her up and put her in, I pick her up. Her head hits the ceiling in the car, bro. So the crown just like goes down on her head. She's crying. Mom's not out there yet. I'm like, sweetheart, we just got to get, she's like, it hurts. I'm like, do you want to take it off? Do you want to take off the crown? No, I want to leave it. Oh, okay then. We got to figure out what's step 2 here. We got to get you in the car seat. It's too tight. Sweetheart, you're wearing this dress. It's going to be tight. That's what you wanted this dress.
Charles like, what happened? A bee stung her. I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't know. Take her. Hey, because she got the fluff coming up on the shoulders. You're trying to strap her in the car seat. The costume's like, why was my chin, and you know how rude, just everything's got to be off of her face. She's like her daddy.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be off of her face, and it's this massive costume. I'm trying to get the bottom part of the buckle, I'm squeezing to get strapped down. I'll loosen it up here in a second. Just give me a second. And it was a whole shebang. I'm like, sweetheart, we have to go. We have to leave.
I wish that we had a camera on that and the Young household. We were in the exact same boat.
Shambles.
Jill gets the Academy Award. Legacy Academy Award for having the best attitude once we got there. But I too showed up. Hey, are we ready? Well, when do we need to get there? Well, we need to get there kind of early. Why aren't you texting me and telling me that we need to get there kind of early? You're just telling me right now, honey, I understand that my communication could have been better, but you need to get in the shower.
Yeah, you need to get your costume. Jill's probably getting stuff together. Sherm probably slowly walks over to her. Hey, that was on me. Jill's probably just sitting there in her mind like, I know. What else do you have to say? He's like, sorry.
I'm on all fours. I'm already bowing.
Yeah.
Just saying, we got to hurry. And this is my fault. And I'm so sorry. And I love you.
Just wasting more time with your apology.
Oh, yeah. But we got there. We got there.
How long did you guys make it?
Dude, we made it quite a long time because we were trying to keep Scarlett on a later sleep schedule going into daylight savings. So we're moving her bedtime closer and closer to 8 p.m. Central so that when the time flip happened, she's back to 7 o'clock. And
heady play for all the young dads out there.
Yeah, that's a dad hack. That's, but that comes from Jill. That was her game plan. But I couldn't give you an exact time. It was definitely past 7 o'clock. You made the greatest play of all time. We saw the Comptons leaving. We got to say bye to them. And I'm like, hey, should we head out too? Because her, bedtime, feed time, Scarlett needs to go down pretty soon. And Jill and I ended up going, well, there's probably an exit through the trick-or-treating. There's probably a faster way to the exit. We'll just go through there. Biggest mistake.
Because it's like you walk through the zoo. There were 2 crossroads. You go right or left coming out of the jump.
Yeah.
Rue was dead set on going right. There's a monster down there. I got to go see it.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, the entire group is going left. We have to go left.
Can I just tell my perspective of it? Because I think I have a good, I had a good angle to all this.
Yeah, Chef apparently was sitting there from afar, seeing kind of this intense negotiation going down. And it had to be fast because we're already trying to move. It's like, hey, we got to get going to the zoo.
Yeah, so the way that the Boone Zoo works, it's a big loop, and you split. You can go left or right. And I'm talking to Will. I forgot what we're talking about, but we get to this cross, and we're kind of deciding where we're going to go. Everyone in the group's kind of like, consensus is we're going left. And all of a sudden, I see Rue looking down the right side, locked. I mean, staring, and she's starting to go,
locked in.
I want to go, and then she's starting to say like, I want to go that way, and I look over and I see Will going, no, we need to go left, and she goes, you could see that instantly. That was not. It was like
Rue's dying on the hill to go right.
It's like when the world leaders in the 60s were getting together and talking about nuclear disarmament, but neither one wanted to back down. You can see for the first time since working here, I saw panic on my boss's face. Pure panic.
Rue is
he
just
knew
Cuba.
where it was going.
Rue's Cuba going, no, the missiles are coming to our island.
You need to take yours out of Turkey before we do anything in Cuba. That was what was happening. And then so I feel like I made a heady play I was standing right in front of all of it, maybe 3 feet. I decided to walk around, kind of do a little, let's let Will and Charo, negotiate further. And then we ended up going into, what's it called with all the reptiles and stuff?
Oh, I don't know the name of that exhibit, but it's one of their newer exhibits.
Yeah,
The
reptile
glass-
It's
reptile
like,
exhibit.
all the spiders and the fun stuff. I went in there with like Jack, Matt, and G, and then I come back out and I'm like, we meet up with everyone else. And they're like, oh, the Comptons, they might have gotten out a little early.
Yeah,
I was like,
we should have followed suit. All that to say.
Well, it's not that. There's an entire group. We were obviously in a pack for a minute. It's like, how's the whole zoo experience going to work out for everybody at the same time? You want everybody to stay in a group, have fun. We're laughing. We're finding different things. Kiddos are being hilarious. But Rue was lockstep on going right. Finally get her to go left, eventually telling her, hey, there's going to be monsters around here. And I'm like, we're going to see everything in this park. We're going to see everything. You go left, you go right. Doesn't matter. We're going to see all of it. We'll go left and we'll get to see the monsters last. But there's a bunch of other monsters over here that we got to go see.
Monsters, candy, friends.
Yeah.
I'm Team Rue.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
Yeah. And then I was like, we were like, oh, look at that pumpkin up there. And it was this talking pumpkin. Some workers are just switching throughout the day and they're just sitting there as this pumpkin voice talking to kids that come up the entire day.
Yeah.
So we finally get going left to where we're catching up to the crew, but then there's this pumpkin that talks. So Rue has to talk to the pumpkin. Has to talk to the pumpkin. And I'm like, oh God, we got to keep it moving.
Is this on your way out?
We stopped and talked to the pumpkin on the way out too.
Yeah, yeah.
But even on the way in, we're trying to catch everybody else.
Yeah.
My wife's like, hey, we gotta, if we want to get through everything, you're gonna have to stop talking to so many people. And I'm like, sweetheart, I'm with you, but what am I supposed to do? Like, there are PT6ers, like people are being friendly, saying hello to me. I don't want to just brush them off.
Yep.
Like I want to engage. I want to talk to them. I'm trying to keep it together. And then we get to, we finally got to where it was the trick or treat. And then there was the reptile exhibit to where there was a bathroom in there. Rue had to go potty.
Yeah.
She wants dad had to take her potty. So I walk her to this stall, and I'm in this small stall, bro, with this massive dress on Rue, trying to figure it out, trying to like pick her up. I'm like, sweetheart, you just have to stand still for a second so I can get this entire dress up.
Yeah.
I'm like picking it all up, and I'm picking her up. I'm setting her on the toilet. It's like, no, you can't. The dress is going to get wet. The dress is going to get wet. I was like, I'm trying. You just got to stay put.
Some guy's pooping in the next stall. Just like,
Oh, boys.
we survived it.
Survived. Came out of the stall. I was sweating. I'm washing my hands. She doesn't do anything.
Oh my God.
She's like, I want to wash my hands too. I'm like, all right, you can wash your hands. I'm like, reach up there. She's like, I can't reach it. I'm like, all right, Dad's going to have to pick you up. I don't want you to pick me up. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to have to grow longer arms, Rue. If you want to get up under the water, I'm going to have to pick you up.
How are you going to get up there then? Tell me. Tell me. Yeah, hey,
Fellow dad walks on. Hey, how you doing?
It makes you appreciate that beginning part of the PT6 meetup. There wasn't a single baby crying. There wasn't a single kid freaking out. Everybody's like in the best mood. Those times are rare.
Yes.
It was like time just stood still for a second and we all got to mingle.
Yeah.
And then
kids had patience.
Chaos ensued.
Yeah. Chaos ensued.
But that's life. That's parenting.
Yeah. Charles like, are you sure we don't want to go to the trick-or-treating thing? And I was like, I think we need to get home because Scotty will go sideways at some point.
Yeah.
As long as we can get a head start. And also, like, Rue's going to be trick-or-treating on Friday.
Yeah, she's going to get her
She
fill.
doesn't need all the, she's going to have enough candy. Dad is going to have enough candy. I don't need all this candy. So we ended up leaving, but it was a great time. It was a great time.
And Scarlett, to the same point, it took us forever to get out. We went through the trick-or-treating loop. Huge mistake. Scarlett did such a good job in the park. She never cried. As soon as we got to the car, it was complete meltdown.
Yeah.
Whole car ride home, just screaming. And Jill's just sitting back there holding her hand as I'm driving. She's going, I know that was not fair. Mom and Dad made you stay up too late. That's
Dude, I
our
know,
fault.
the talking to your little one, like as you're driving home. Shout out Rue. She did a great job as Scotty was screaming as well. Rue's just kind of sitting in the pocket.
She was helping?
Well, she'll like talk to her sometimes, but as far as just sitting there patiently, like sometimes like when one's going, the other can start finding their lane to start losing their mind too.
Yeah.
And Rue was just doing a good job of just like staying patient with us, wanting to talk to mom. We're all talking back and forth. We're trying to like coach Rue up. Hey, Scotty wants you to do this, or Scotty would love if you sang to her. And she'll like lean over and try to do a couple things and be like, it's not working. Like, it's all right, sweetheart. We're almost home. She's like 15 minutes? Like, yeah, 15 minutes actually on the dot. Oh, now it's 14. That's a long time. I know, sweetheart. You're doing an incredible job back there.
She'll get to that age. I feel like 4 and 5 is where she's going to become like an attachment of you guys almost.
Yeah.
I'm seeing JJ. Really special shout out to JJ Clump.
Yeah, shout out JJ Clump.
He is a son of one of our employees here, Jeremy Clump, and some of the PT6 sickos may have met him at the meetup. I actually got invited by the Clumps to go trick-or-treating with them on Halloween night. Had a blast. But I think the main takeaway from that night was JJ Clump just being the ultimate big brother that I've ever seen, truly. Was he 5?
Yeah, I think he's 5.
Just best attitude ever during the trick-or-treating. He's wanting to hold Jill's hand the whole time, or my hand. The way he treats Jill and holds doors open for her, the way he treats Scarlett. He was asking for extra. He didn't know that Scarlett was too young to have candy, but he was saying, and Scarlett's back in the street while we're trick-or-treating. So these parents have no idea who Scarlett is. And JJ goes, trick-or-treat for Scarlett too. And they're like, oh, for Scarlett? Yeah, I need one more candy for Scarlett. They're like, oh, for Scarlett.
All right, bud. Take it.
JJ's like, Jill, I got it for Scarlett. It's just like, dude, Halloween was so special to get to share that night with the Clumps, because Scarlett's too young to trick or treat, although she came along.
How fun is it though, just as a parent now, watching the little kids trick or treat?
Dude, the magic is in the air. Halloween it was already at the top of my list. I love Christmas. I love 4th of July, but y'all know me. I'll dress up. Oh, Sherman, we need you to dress up for this video. Oh, twist my arm. I love dressing
Halloween's your favorite holiday?
I think it might be now. Just seeing all the magic in the air. And maybe once I have my first 4th of July with a bunch of kids, I'm going to be like, all right, 4th of July is back on top.
For those of you who don't
Once I have my first 4th of July and I'm giving a kid beer for the first time.
Here you go, son.
I'm handing him a bottle rocket.
Don't tell your father.
Hey, we used to blow up frogs.
For reference, for anyone that's curious, Sherm on like the 3rd day of October came in I guess like a Yellowstone like Dutton outfit and brought a 22 gauge with him. Unloaded, of course.
Unloaded.
Uncocked.
It's a kid show.
But yeah, Sherm's all in. He's bought in. And if you guys watched yesterday's intro, Bustin' with the Boys, if Taylor, I think if there ever was a guy to do a spook off to take supreme reign of October, and I don't think you would do it, but Sherm would be the guy that would be. He's the which Stark was it? The King of the North.
Jon Snow?
No, Robb. Yeah, he's
Robb Stark.
He doesn't want the throne, but he could have it.
If Taylor is the king of Spooktober, I want to be his Prince of Darkness. If that makes sense. Like I kneel to Taylor and I give him my sword. My sword is his.
This is I see it more as a collective.
That's what
like
I'm saying.
You could be a prime cat in Spooktober.
That's why I'm his Prince of Dark. Like I'm a lord.
Yeah.
I'm a lord.
Yeah.
But I'm of House Young, not taking over Spooktober.
Not taking over.
I am joining. I'm a bannerman. Thank you. I'm a bannerman of the Luan house.
Chef, I love how you just brought up the example and immediately he's like, no, I'm not here for
that. Up in the name, my lord. I beseech you. I could never. But that was my Halloween, and I would love to hear about yours, and I can go into mine a bit more. But just seeing the Clumps operate, getting to hang out with the family, getting to trick or treat. There was one trick or treat station that had fireball shots for the adults.
Oh, really?
That was a blast.
That's like a new thing that I've learned over the past couple of years. Is we went out the last 2 years. We went like the Bellmead area. There is the Bellmead Links, and then this year we went to Nickel Lane,
Okay,
where they block off the road. And so you're parking outside the street. Yeah, you're parking outside. It's like this is a full on like an OG spot apparently in Nashville. There's this Instagram that posted like all these OG spots that you can go to in Nashville. So we chose Nickel Lane. And basically every house embraces Halloween. So to our kids are out there running around, ripping around. We're in a family costume. We're inside out. I'm Fear, Charles, Bing Bong. Lola is sadness. Opa is anger. Rue is disgust. And I'm so proud of her for painting her face. She was all decked out in green, wore the wig, didn't want to wear it at first, ended up wearing the wig. Talked her into how cool it looked. And she's like kind of shy, looking in the mirror, kind of like, what do I think of this? And we're all like, how cool she looks. She's got this smile on her face. Scotty was joy, even though she wouldn't wear anything on her head. Like she wouldn't let us put the little baby wig on her. She just kept tearing it off. We'd be like, all right, let's get this family photo. I'd be like holding it on. She'd just be, Scottzilla would just be trying to rip it down. But also along the street too, it's like parents are outside, they're enjoying beverages. They're like, everybody knows it's like a tribal effort. Yeah. So the kids are ripping around, having fun. The older kids are running around. There's even a couple houses to where there's just a note on the door, candy's tipped over. And it's like, we're out trick-or-treating right now. Please take 2, be kind, all this stuff. The hoodlums are just out there ripping. They take 10 pieces of candy.
They taking it all.
Rue's a lot more shy this year, going up to the doors and saying trick or treat. So it's like that process of getting her to embrace her like strong voice and like, hey, here's where you say trick or treat. You say trick or treat. You pick out a piece of candy in the back, take 2, and we'll be standing there looking down at the box of candy. I'm like, sweetheart, you got to pick a couple. Like, I know you see those M&Ms. Go pick out some M&Ms. She'll pick up the M&Ms and she'll be like, I'm like, sweetheart, you got to pick another one. There's kids behind you. You got to hurry up and pick one out. Like, why don't you go ahead and grab that Snickers down there for your dad? She'll grab the Snickers, throw it in. But Halloween, it's like it is a holiday that climbs the charts fast when you are a parent.
Fast, dude.
You'll get it too again when it come Christmas time, especially when she gets like she's a few months now, but next year when she's like actually trying to understand the concept of opening up presents and be like, look, this is yours, and it's magical, bro.
It is truly magical, and I already love the holidays, but like. Scarlett in her little costume, and we did a DIY cotton candy, and she has no idea what's going on, but she thought it was hilarious that there was all this fluff around her and it was tickling her. She was in the best mood.
Yeah.
And she was ripping because we just Jill hot glued the cotton on there. She was ripping her costume apart the whole night, but like having fun with it. And she would just get these handfuls of cotton and be like, and smiling and laughing, and then she'd put the cotton in her mouth and just lose it and just start going. It was like this mixture of loving her costume, hating her costume, but it was a blast, dude.
Yeah, Halloween's a great holiday. How was explain the solo mission? You were on a solo mission on Saturday. I know you had first day of daycare.
Yes.
So we can talk through the anxieties a parent has taking your kid to daycare for the first time, the experience of dropping them off at daycare for the first time.
Yeah. It was, okay. So solo mission, Jill is back at work. She's a nurse. She's a pediatric nurse. She works on a step down unit. So when the kids are getting out of surgery, they come down to her unit. She works 6 to 6. And so basically from first feed to like almost tuck in, like Jill really walked in the door once I drew the bath. And it was the first time that I had Scarlett solo that I truly felt like really set. Like there was no notes like last time. There was no somebody in the comments.
Well, remember last time that was more of a general. These are general notes for anybody who walks in the door.
True.
So
true. And there were, I love that somebody was like, yo, Jilly Bean meal prepped outfits for Sherman.
Ziploc bags.
In Ziploc bags. That comment made me lose it. That was hilarious. But there was none of that. It was just like, Dad, what do you got? I have full trust in you. And it was such a great day, dude. She's starting to get more active. She needs a lot of playing. She needs to be moving from room to room. If she stays in one room, she starts losing it. Waking your kid up, dude, I think any parent can agree. Just the smile you get when you come and get them out of their crib, dude. And you're doing the good morning voice.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello. And
hi, sweet girl.
And now
she's grinning.
She's kicking. Full, like both legs are just kicking in the air. And dude, it was an incredible day. The absolute money move that I made, because I was like, I got to support Will with this Nebraska stuff. I got to support Jill with her first day at work because she's going to want to come home and be with me. I'm just kind of like, how do I go about like balancing these two things? And I was like, I can easily take Scarlett to the shop. Like nobody would have an issue with that. And she needs to be entertained. Like she needs to have things going on. I feel like the guys would be cool with it. I bring Scarlett up for the blackout stream.
Yeah.
Matt Malone and Chef and Ryan Nolan, who are 3 employees here at the shop, are all sitting in there. And when I walk in with Scarlett, they're elated. They're all talking to her, playing with her.
PT6ers in the chat.
PT6ers are in the chat, and Scarlett had a ball, dude. And it was the perfect way to keep Scarlett awake right before that bedtime tuck-in. And Jill was honestly kind of proud of me that I brought her up to the shop and like was
Got out of
comfortable.
the house, did something.
Got out of the house, was comfortable to do it. I was sending her pics of like, and you can use that one for the episode.
I have a video too I took without you or somewhere else and me pushing her on the stroller.
Oh,
like,
that's
back and forth.
hilarious.
She was so well behaved. And there was no sleeping in that stream because it was 5 guys screaming at the TV constantly.
Yeah.
There's 2 games. So Will, when it went to commercial break and Will sat down and started tweeting from his phone.
Take the fight to him.
Yeah.
Take the fucking fight to him. ScarScar, stay asleep over there.
And they kept on looking over at me, and I was giving y'all like the thumbs up because I'm like, the dogs go ballistic at our house all the time.
She's just snoozing.
She's used to loud noises.
Yeah.
Like y'all do you. So
I sent your wife a text.
oh yeah. Oh. He sent my wife a text. Do you want to
Sherm, and just by the way, for everybody, like, I'm trying to figure out how do I balance supporting my friend in the blackout and supporting my wife for her first day of work. So last Wednesday happens, and the boys are like, Chef was there too, so Chef can chime in. Like, hey, are you going to stream the game? Are you going to go to the game or are you going to stream the game? We've had weddings the last 2 weekends, so we were going to stay home. I'm like,
yeah.
let's stream the game. We can go ahead and stream the game. Like, who's going to be here? Chef's kind of rattling down. Hey, so Jared's going to be out. Derek's going to be out. Like, people that could be out. He's like, but I can run the stream. He was going to go to the game, the dark mode game for Tennessee. He's like, but I will. We can go blackout here at the shop and I'll get in the foxhole and we'll watch it. He's like, it's truly no big deal.
a true dog?
And I'm kind of sitting there. I'm like, I mean, I'm down to just me and you watch the game together. If you really want to go to Tennessee, then bro, go to Tennessee. Like I'll figure out. I mean, I'll be able to watch the Huskers play.
Yeah.
Sherm's standing there too, and he's like, "Hey, we need everybody.
We need everybody."
I was like, "Oh, are you in town? Would you come?" He's like, "I'll be there." I was like, "You're gonna come to the stream?" I was like, "Dude, let's rip it. We'll rip the stream." So Wednesday, the expectation of Sherm coming to the stream was there, and then what was it? Friday, when we were kind of having our For the Dads meeting and talking about weekend plans and everything else, I want to say Sherm started to say. You might not make the stream?
Sherman realized.
Oh, you weren't going to be. You're like, I might come in the second half.
Sherman realized that his wife was working that day. The schedule.
I might come in the second half. I'm like, wait, what? You talk about we need everybody, and you're going to be there on Saturday, and now you're telling me you're not going to be there. Maybe you'll show up for the second half when Jill gets home.
Oh,
Have you not talked about this at all with your wife? Like
No.
the planning of it all?
At that point. 0. And I'm sitting there, knees buckling, because I'm like, damn it, I said I was going to go to this thing, but also have not consulted with my wife, not realizing that she was going to be working.
Yeah.
I've put myself in a blender.
Sherm's greatness and Achilles' heel is that Sherm is a people pleaser. And so even when Scarlett's there and I walk in and I see Sherm, I thought I saw your Chevy sitting out there and I'm like, I wonder if Sherm's in the shop. Walk in, he's got Scarlett in the shop. I'm fired up. I'm like, bro, let's go. And so I'm thinking, all right, he's probably, my thought in my head was he's going to have Scarlett here. Jill might come by and pick up Scarlett. He's going to take Scarlett home and then come back to the shop. So we get close to halftime or something. Sherm's talking about going to pick up food, but I know in Sherm's mind, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but here's what the game I'm playing in my head is there hasn't been a conversation of if he's going to be here for the second half. I am still assuming he's going to be here for the second half. In his mind, he might think like, Will still might be assuming that I'm coming back. Sherm says this thing out loud outside the stream where it's like, I'm going to go pick up dinner, get Scarlett home, and kind of leaves it vague. And so before he leaves, and I just yell out of the stream room knowing that he's probably just in a blender. I'm like, Sherm, you're coming back for the second half, yeah? And he's like,
I said, most likely not. We'll see how it goes. And Jill totally put the ball in my court. Like, there was no part of Jill being like, you can't go. She sends me
this text says something a little different.
Well, hold on. Because that text...
Because they're sitting there like, so you're not coming back. He's like, no, I said it. He's like, Jill's going to be excited to spend time with me. And it's her first day at work. And again, I'm pressing my man. I'm busting his balls. I'm like, give me Jill's number. I'll shoot her a message.
Wait, before you read this, because, oh my gosh, my wife had no idea what she did when she sent that text. Because I read the text later.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh no. Because of the result of the game. And she didn't mean anything by it and was contemplating if she should follow up with the follow-up text. Now go ahead.
So I text Jill. It's about 8:30. And I said, honestly, it's crazy you won't let me have one of my best guys when Nebraska is in an absolute dogfight. All caps. She responded to me about 10 minutes later. Haha, Willy C, my most sincere apologies. I'm pulling the wifey card. Nebraska's in our thoughts and prayers. I mean, how do you lose a blackout game at home? Don't ask Baylor. Oops, go Big Red.
So she was taking a shot at Baylor, but in that text, Nebraska ends up losing. And I'm like, oh no.
Red was internally in my eyeballs.
But she sent it before they lost, correct?
She sent it, but maybe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she sent it before.
I just remember seeing it, and when I saw I had to pull the wifey card, I'm like, yeah, you did. Because you had to clip my man's balls right here in front of all of us.
She took a shot at Baylor, and unbeknownst took a shot at Nebraska. She wanted to follow up with an apology text. She still might. Because she knows how much you love the Huskers.
I should shoot her a text now.
Looking
back at this text.
Your FaceTime will.
Yeah, FaceTime would work.
All right. Is she working? You think she'll answer?
Oh, yeah, she'll answer. I hope she answers. And if not, I can FaceTime her.
If not, tough look.
Yeah.
For all of us.
If not, it is what it is. He hates us all.
She doesn't answer. I'm just going to text her. All right, bet.
Oh, Jilly Bean, please.
Oh,
no answer.
Will, can I?
All right, bet.
Not a.
Now Will's playing mind tricks on Jill and me. Yeah, sorry, what were you going to say, Chef?
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Not a football podcast, but on the stream, I do want to make a confession because I felt like Matt took a bullet. And in the moment, while Tennessee was losing, I was not in the headspace to go, hey, I probably need to clarify something.
You don't need to say it. You don't need to say it. I already know, but you don't need to say it.
I pulled the trigger.
I know. He threw you under the bus right after the...
He did?
Yeah. He said, by the way, I wasn't the one recording you. Chef kind of said, hey, you should record Will during this 4th and 1 stop.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
No.
He literally goes, get a video of Will.
Yeah.
He nudges me. He's like, hey, you got your phone on yet? I was like, yeah.
I just wanted to bust his balls. Like that obviously is a moment you want to...
God, I was feeling bad about it too. Motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I knew that part. But tough loss. I went home and I kind of said the whole spiel on bus, and like I stood outside, rain hit my face. I walked inside, face was still painted. Battered and bruised from that game emotionally.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the way we looked in that first half, I know this isn't a football podcast, and I'm not sitting here trying to talk about Nebraska, but God's kind of calling me to right now.
Yeah. Listen to it. Listen to the call.
That first half, we looked like a playoff team.
Y'all did.
I mean, the way we were taking it to USC, that offense, I'm thinking, all right, you got UCLA, we'll whoop them. Penn State, we got them now. And then you got to finish up with a hard-fought game at Iowa. But at that point, we'll be playing to get in the college football playoff because we'll be fighting for 10-2. Yeah. But I walk inside after the loss and quietly shut the door. My wife's laying in bed reading a book, and I quietly shut the door. Door locks, and she looks up at me and she's like, "I'm sorry, babe." I'm like, me too. I go and wash my face off, go lay down in bed next to her. She's like, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm just sad. And I go, there is one thing that make me feel better though. She started giggling.
What'd she say?
It was it was that time.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I got you. Hey, maybe in the next couple days.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll get on that shockwave roller coaster in the next couple days. I will say 6 a.m. this morning.
Rizzo's listening, just going, there you go, Willy.
Yeah, my wife's probably sitting here listening. They're sitting there listening right now like, gosh, damn it. Who knows who listens to this podcast and you're talking about the shockwave at 6 a.m. Only the inside PT sickos know what we're talking about, but everybody kind of knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, tough. That was the weekend. We had, matter of fact, do you have anything else, Chef?
No, but by the way, Rizzo commenting was really cool. I've been trying to play it really cool and not talk about it because it's just at this point, it's run its course. But I do feel like that was pretty cool because he reached out and we talked about it. Like, this is a niche podcast, not for long, but to have someone like that, especially childhood hero of mine, that was super cool. So shout out Rizzo.
We'll get him on this show one day.
That'd be sick.
It legitimized what Logan had texted us.
Yes, thank God, because you kind of don't know.
There is a part of you that's like, oh, maybe he just said a one-off comment to Logan. Logan got excited. He texted us.
Yeah, maybe fluffed it up a little bit more. Could still be the case, by the way.
Could still be the case. But then you see the comment.
Yeah.
And we didn't even tag him in the video, right?
Both followed each other.
Oh, that's huge.
That's it.
I think we might have tagged him. I posted it on X.
We didn't tag him on Instagram where he commented. We tagged him on the X of it. But the Instagram, he was untaggable. So he just saw it.
Okay. Okay. That's huge.
That is cool.
There was one other thing about Saturday very fun being with the boys with the baby, and I want to do more of that. Like, just opportunities.
We got to get the crews together.
Gotta get the crews together.
We got to do number one. We also got to do like a game night with just the parents we got around here.
And we got to. Jill is working this Saturday, and the Dallas Stars. Coop and I are big fans of the Dallas Stars. They're playing the Preds this Saturday. Coop invites me to go with him and his girlfriend, and he's like, "You should bring Jill and Scarlett." Jill can't go because she's working. But since it's a 2:30 tip off, she was like, hey, you should just take Scarlett. And so I'm taking Scarlett to the Dallas Stars game. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It'll be a good time.
And all parents out there know, like, if we're going to do a game night, we have to intentionally plan this game night. Because we sound like every friend group right now that says, we got to get together, we got to do something. And it just doesn't happen. You know why? Because life happens.
Life happens.
Then you're there the next year. Or then we're sitting here at New Year's and it's going to be a New Year's resolution. It's been one of mine before. Like a quarterly game night. But it has to get like intentionally planned out, prepared for. And everybody's got to be just lockstep. Arms locked.
Hey, this
childcare, we're all on deck, bro. Night for the parents. Night for the parents.
We're doing night for the parents.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Because parents need their time. They need their social time. We need our community. Outside of kids, we need to do stuff with kids.
Yeah.
Like bringing the families together, but also like community for the parents and socializing. Just getting out of the house, feeling young.
This is a good step forward too with Jill and I because we've yet to do a babysitter night. We have not done one. We need to make it happen.
I would say too, like, just get a rep as soon as you can. Like, start getting reps before the actual separation anxiety sinks in for the little one. Like when Rue, forget when it is, but probably like in the 1-year-old time or maybe around 2. But the moment they realize you're leaving and they're very sad and like scared or they don't want to be with the babysitter, you feel so bad as a parent leaving and going to dinner. And so I would just tell you or advise or encourage you just to get in some kind of rhythm or at least have an experience or two of it before it gets to a point where separation anxiety kicks in.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hit you hard no matter what. But if your first one comes when they're already very aware and it's a babysitter coming over for like the first time or somebody they could be unfamiliar with or not as familiar with, it just hits you hard, bro.
You-
And you kind of don't even enjoy the date night because you're like, you feel like you got to get home because your little one feels like they're in prison right now.
You should have seen me yesterday dropping off Scarlett at daycare. That separation anxiety hit hard.
For you?
Oh yeah. It was, I fully expect, so Jill ended up moving a shift around to be able to come to the very first drop off as well, which I'm very thankful for because there were a ton of moving parts. I'm ready now. Like I can do the drop offs super easy. Getting her bottles ready in the morning, having the bag packed, the extra diapers, the extra outfits. Like you give it to the daycare. So now they have all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I was not expecting the emotions that hit me when I dropped off Scarlett. It was like she's never been without me or Jill before. She's been with our parents before, which that's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just sitting there in that classroom and the teachers are so sweet. The daycare workers are so sweet.
Just a completely new environment with zero history with anybody in the building.
Anyone in the building. And there's these like 5 little precious baby girls in this. So the class is 5 girls and 2 boys. And they have all the girls like in this little circle with each other. And they're all 4 to like 7 months old. And I'm looking at the little group. I'm like, those are going to be her friends. Like, look how excited they are sitting in their little thing. Like
That's the Rugrats right
those
there.
are the Rugrats. Like she's going to be one of the girls. And then I look up and there's a little apple with Scarlett Y and it has like a little hanger under it. And I'm like, she's going to school. She's going to school.
4 months old.
I'm like, she's going to be great. She's going to do a good job. And then now the teacher's holding her. And I'm restraining so much. I'm over here because I want to like go up and give her one more kiss. But then I'm like, I'm going to kiss my baby while somebody else is like holding her. Is that weird?
yeah.
Like, I don't want to freak out this teacher. But now I want her back. Like give her back to me so I can kiss her.
Dude, hey, that's so funny, dude, because I'll think about it even with our nanny and still it comes to my mind when I'm giving like hugs and kisses and 3 squeezes. She might be holding Scotty and I'm giving her a hug, kiss and 3 squeezes. And while Audrey's holding her in her arm, give her a hug, kiss and 3 squeezes. And part of me is like, do I tell Audrey I love her? Like,
Love you too, Audrey.
Hey, do you want a hug too? Like just
that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, this lady doesn't know me. She's gonna think I'm a freak. And then they put Scarlett down on the little pillow, like the little U-shaped pillow. And we're like walking out of the classroom and it's a very obvious now. It's like, okay, now y'all go check out. Because we got to do some paperwork and get the app downloaded, get our fingerprints scanned, all that fun stuff. And they have one of those like real long horizontal windows to like look into the classroom. And as we're walking out, dude, I stopped and I stood there for 5 minutes while Jill was talking to the people. And I was just watching their every move with Scarlett as they're like laying her down on the pillow. She's smiling. She's loving it. She's like taking in the new environment and kind of looking around and has a smile the entire time.
yeah.
It starts hitting the eyes. So I'm like, I gotta go back to the front desk. And I'm standing there at the front desk and the entire time I'm like, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and look at her in the classroom. I looked at her again. And then dude, when I walked out of that building, I lost it. I thought Jill was going to be losing it, was going to be crying. She didn't cry once. It was me the whole time. She drove back from the daycare. I just sat in the passenger seat, not like sobbing, but just like so quiet. And she was like, what's hitting you right now? Like, why are you? And I was like, life is just going to be a bunch of those. It's just going to be a bunch of moments of like her getting older and older and older and doing all these steps. And I'm just going to be like imagining her under those little Billy lights in the hospital room and like holding her hand. And she's always going to be that small to me. And it shattered me. I was like, oh my gosh, I know she's only 4 months old, but like, it felt like she was going off to college in a way. Like, and I know that's so different. Those
It
two
is,
things
but
are so
I truly,
different.
I really enjoy hearing about you embracing the moment because it's funny to think about knowing she's 4 months. Like I'm picturing
4 months old.
you picking her up and like, hey, did you learn anything today?
Yeah, she knows nothing of her environment other than, oh, these people are nice and give me a baba too. They let me nap too. These guys are sick.
Little does she know dad is struggling right now.
Oh, struggling. Oh, dude. But I mean, daycare is what it is, and people, aren't like against it, or like maybe they just don't do daycare, or maybe they do a different style of daycare with people coming to their house. But just like that true daycare of like dropping off your kid, it is like, I'm excited to see how that like helps develop Scarlett. Because when we were dropping by for the very first time for like the pre-drop off, this little 1-year-old, as soon as the classroom door, the daycare door, opened up, this 1-year-old just crawls up to us and is just talking. And she's not making any sense, but she's just so excited to see a new face and is da 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 da. And we're like, yeah. And I was like, that's gonna be Scarlett. Like she's gonna be okay with like hanging out with new people and excited to talk to people. And I don't know. It just got me excited for her development. It got me excited for her growing up, but it also made me really sad. It made me really, really sad in a good way. PT sickos. Chef just got shocked. He's been getting shocked. And we're not talking static electricity. We're talking full on voltage coming from a power strip. What else is shocking? Stock market, maybe True Classic, the way it makes men look. True Classic, the way it makes men feel comfy. It looks sharp. It's great for any outing, guys. And hey, look at me. I'm dressed with these guys that will be hitting bwtb.com very soon. I'm also dressed in a True Classic hoodie. True Classic not only has great shirts, guys, it also has hoodies. True Classic has pants. They will get you ready for the fall, winter, spring, summer, having you look good no matter what, guys. And here's the cool part about True Classic. They just launched a boys line. Boy dads, you can match. And honestly, it looks way better than those awkward family photo outfits or cheesy pajamas. Imagine a Christmas card in True Classic outfits. That might hit home. That might make that one aunt that's always putting out the best Christmas cards look bad this year because you outdid her. You get to show up together, you get to feel comfortable and actually look good doing it. The crazy thing is True Classic has already sold over 25 million shirts to more than 5 million customers with over 200,000 5-star reviews. So I'm definitely not the only dad who has figured this out, guys. You can find True Classic at Amazon, Target, select Costco and Sam's Club locations, or just head to trueclassic.com/for-the-dads. Special guest Willy C on the True Classic ad. That was trueclassic.com/for-the-dads. Trust me, grab one and you'll thank me later. Will, this is actually your hoodie. I stole your True Classic hoodie.
It's a great hoodie, isn't it?
It's a good hoodie.
I'm my opponent.
Back to the episode.
Have I ever told you my daycare story?
I've heard
you, yeah.
I've heard tale. You sent via text message what had happened, but I've never heard you verbally tell it.
We might have to save it for next week
Because it's a wild one.
because it's a very wild story. It's the reason we have, we had to, big thing happened.
Yeah.
We had to transition very quickly in the middle of work schedules and everything else to where we ended up going the nanny route. But I'll talk to my wife, see if I can tell the story
Yeah.
because it is a crazy story.
It is one of those types of stories. And for listeners at home, I know you've touched on this, but Charo is full-time working as well. Both of you guys are very, very busy. So childcare is a necessity.
Absolutely, yeah. But it is we joke around on this pod a lot. We get serious on this pod, but I do not say this lightly. This story is insane.
It's insane. And I think that that's also what was hitting me in the moment was having to release the fear that I had of like somebody else caring for my child. It really was almost like I was having to purge myself of worry and fear in that moment.
The fear is justified. I mean, again, you're giving your entire world to people that they're not your parents, they're not your family. You have zero relationship with them.
Zero.
You're just trusting, the building, the reviews, stuff you've heard.
I'm on a first name basis with Miss Christie.
Yeah.
Miss Angela.
Yeah.
And they seem like sweethearts. I trust them, but I'm also like, oh my God.
Yeah. But I'll see if I can tell the story next week or something like that, because it's a wild story and I don't want to say anything that I'm not supposed to say, or maybe
I don't
people
blame
don't
you.
want some things being shared. Yeah.
It's cool to hear you say that, Sherm, because we had this old coach back in the day that would talk about the transfer of moments. How like every day in high school soccer, like each Friday you get to play a game in front of people. And as you get older, the moments are far and few between. And they're no longer about you and your day, but they become about your kids and become about that. So for hearing you say like, my life is just going to be a bunch of little ScarScar moments of her growing up and stuff. It's the first time I've heard somebody talk about that transition of moments. Like it's no longer about what Sherm gets to do Friday. It's like the daughter, she's at daycare for the first time. Like that's a cool thing to hear you say.
Dude, thank you. It was a cool moment. It needed to happen. It was a good thing. It's also helping in Jill and I's development. It is a great precursor to the babysitter stuff and the like, just being able to like let go, trust others. Yeah.
And also just feeling, like Derek was saying, just feeling the depth of the moment. Like as funny as it is, like she's 4 months, all that stuff, but just being able to truly be where your feet are is is like a skill. And you doing that and feeling the weight of the moment and kind of foreseeing everything else in the future and knowing that this moment is as special as any other moment that will come, even when she's talking or does understand stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see it on your face. Almost came out of your eyes. I was waiting for some tears going.
I'm getting a bit better at holding back the tears.
Are you? You just said Jill didn't cry one tear, and you
holding back the tears on the show. Not in. Hey,
this is 24 hours ago when you just dropped Scarlett off.
If anything, I have no tears to give because, guys, I was parked. Once we got to the house, I needed to get back here because we had interviews and stuff. But I'm about to walk in looking like a psychopath. I need to get it together. And I'm driving to the shop and I have a Spotify playlist, and the lullaby that I sing to Scarlett is Edelweiss. I sing it to her all the time when I'm putting her down. And Spotify is just going off random songs. And right before I pull up the shop, Edelweiss starts playing. Instantly turn it off. What are we doing? I walk in, very first thing Chef says, "You good?" I go, "Yeah, I'm great. I'm really good." He's, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, I'm good." And then like 10 minutes later, I fessed up and said that I was crying from daycare, and Chef was like, "Yeah, I could tell." It's like, damn it.
You gotta love Chef. The Chefisms. Do we have, outside of the core value stuff that we'll be going over that people sent to us, do we have other comments that we'll be reading?
We do.
Like, what piles do you have? Do you have any piles?
I do have a pile. And right before we go into that, let's hit them with a nice little crack a cold one from our friends at Liquid IV.
Let's hit them with a crack a cold one. Do you have water? I got some mixing. I got some mixing right here. Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Buddy, you already got me one. Thank you.
That was actually our boy Derek.
Deke,
who was absolutely killing it. Not to revisit stuff that we've already talked about, but it's got to be the trick-or-treating for me this past week. My crack a cold one was just getting to watch the little kids absolutely slay it. It was just a blast to get to see all the like laughs, all the magic at Halloween night, all the costumes. By the way, dude, a costume that we very much missed out on was Severance themed costumes. I saw Helena and Mark costume and was like, oh my God, did I strike out this year?
You just gave me the opportunity to say it. The costume that I saw online that I thought was the coolest thing ever was a couple's costume. The guy was dressed as Randy Johnson in a Diamondback uniform, and the girl was dressed as a bird.
No, that's awesome.
A little fucked up, but I mean,
that moment is one of the craziest moments in sports history.
It's surreal.
Ever. Doesn't make sense.
Randy Johnson just throwing a heater and the bird perfectly flying in at the right moment and just getting disintegrated. Yeah, T's and P's of that bird and their family.
Control-Alt-deleted the bird.
Control-Alt-deleted the bird.
There was no carcass.
Yeah.
There was just feathers.
Yeah. My crack a cold one's going to go too. This was honestly a very subtle surprise. And I think I'll be able to try and use a couple broken things as we do the core values thing, because Charles and I went to this positive discipline kind of class, workshop, seminar, whatever it is, for a couple hours on Saturday morning. And it was cool. Your boy was locked in, engaged the entire 2 hours. And Charles and I went to do that. The school that Rue goes to offered it. And so there were several parents and you're kind of sitting in a circle. They have a couple speakers, a couple like people who are leading the entire thing, talking about positive discipline and going over goals and challenges and what positive discipline looks like being kind and firm. Kind isn't nice, firm isn't mean, like all these different scenarios to where I'm up there, they're giving roles. So I'm up there as the kid, like hearing parents say like, they had scripts to read on what parents would say. And then I would react to how it would make me feel. For what they're saying. So we did all of these different like skits and learned a lot of cool things. So my crack a cold one goes to my wife getting me out and going to this positive discipline workshop, because it was Saturday. Huskers were about to play that night. I wasn't like fully aware what we were going to be doing. And it turned out to be really cool.
How interesting.
There's apparently a positive discipline app. I'll say that for my survival kit. I haven't put it on my phone yet, but apparently there's this positive discipline app that you can download, and it's got like, some teachings or learns that they give you kind of daily. But I would encourage parents, if there's like a positive discipline workshop or just like parent workshops for you and your wife to go to, highly encourage, highly recommend. It was kind of one of those things, like looking back on it, I thought is really cool, because it's like we're all very intentional for how we want to be better in our career with ourselves, whether it's diet and working out, structure for our own self, for our own individual sanity. For our career, we have ambitions in our career to where, hey, this is what our vision is. What does our process look like? What are things and places that I'm going to learn and get better at my craft for work? You have the same thing with parenting. Your relationships, you want to tap in and figure out, if you feel like you're in a rut relationship wise or in a marriage relationship wise, and people who are very intentional about whether it's getting it back on track, doing some like continued education or learning on having a better marriage, or just like checking in. Yeah. Couples go and do that. And as I'm leaving and thinking about it, I'm thinking this is no different. It's like, we should be doing something like this a few different times a year, at least, on us challenging ourselves to learn something new. And then as we're driving home, kind of challenging ourselves, like, here's what I'm thinking that my blind spots were. Here's one area where I want to get better in based on what I learned from the positive discipline workshop that we just did. Is there anything that you were hearing that I haven't said out loud yet, because I would love to hear if you have any feedback from myself? And we're doing that kind of vice versa. So I just thought it was very cool in general. And now we've already identified a couple of things. I know me for myself, it's like the way I talk to Rue when she has a dress on and she looks super pretty. And all I do kind of as a dad is give her praise, because I don't necessarily know what else to kind of give her other than, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. And I'm just telling her all these praise things, versus like I could be asking her questions on, why did you pick out that dress? Or I love those colors. What made you like, the color blue in this one?
I like
to get them kind of tap around and think about it, to where you're not fully giving them their identity in. They're just coming to dad because Rue loves walking downstairs. She loves seeing the look on dad's face, and I'm calling her pretty and beautiful all the time. And how can I, because I want to say I even brought papers over from the notes I took. Your boy over here taking notes.
Look at that.
But changing my praise to encouragement.
Yeah.
To get them opening their minds and thinking, to where they're not sitting there tying their identity off of what dad has telling me. Anytime I think I look pretty, I want to go get dad as words of affirmation.
Yeah.
So really cool. That's where my crack a cold one goes to. We'll be able to dive into it more, because there's like stuff that I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, we're doing a core values. We did a core values thing for quote lesson or topic. And I would just love to share some of the things I was learning in this class that helped give me a lot of like correlation and breaking things down to just kind of keep things simple. Because you think about values and the core values and all that, and it's like, how can we cover all this other than reading what people's values are, being like, yeah, I love that value. Here's what mine would be. And then kind of just stopping there. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to jump into.
Very fun. And guys, just a reminder, that Crack a Cold One segment was brought to us by Liquid IV. Don't let the grind drain you. Ditch the glitch with 0 sugar and 0 crash from Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more, and go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at liquidiv.com. 16 ounces of water. That's pretty hydrating, but it's even more hydrating when you got some Liquid IV in that 16 ounces of water.
And just for clarity, you have comments or values?
I have comments on.
It's only values.
Only
you
values.
have comments on values.
I have comments on values.
So we want to do the hotline?
We got 35 minutes. So I think we have time for one hotline, and then we'll go into the values, and that will end our show.
Okay, sounds good. Let's
Perfect.
do that. And the only reason we're on a time crunch is we have an awesome guest coming into the shop that we're going to be doing an interview on Bussin' with the Boys. So that's the reason we're kind of in a structured time zone.
Willy C, Willy one shelf, chef, cooking it up. Sherm, we got Fast Stafford. I got a little dad hack for you guys that I actually picked up from my mom when I was a kid.
Mom hack.
So you have a bunch of kids, or even just one kid. You're trying to save a little money. Your son, your daughter, 2, 3, 4 years old, you're going out to eat. You don't want to spend that extra money. $10 for a buffet, $15 for this buffet? No, sir. Let them know how old your kid is. Yep, he's 3 and under. How old is he actually? 4 or 5. But he looks 3. They can't tell. They don't check ID. They don't have IDs yet. Let them know. We used to go to CiCi's Pizza Chinese buffets all the time as a kid.
Yes.
I was
Shout out
about
CiCi's
3 years
and
old
Chinese.
till I was 6. So save a few hundred a year that way, maybe even 1,000. Yeah, just a little dad hack out there. Might not be the most ethical one, but it'll keep your pockets a little fatter. PT6 out, fellas.
Yo, that's a great dad hack. That's all time. That might be number 1 right now.
Might be.
He says they don't check IDs.
Yeah, they don't have IDs.
Bro, that made me laugh to where I had tears in the side of my eyes. That was really funny, dude.
He's 3. He's got a mustache.
Imagine CiCi's gets a child bouncer sitting at the front. Let's see some ID.
Yeah.
This doesn't cut it.
I have a great video that I'll send you. You have to remind me of a guy doing that outside of a Toys R Us. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen of a kid bouncer. But yeah, dude, and shout out CiCi's.
Shout out CiCi's Pizza, man.
Oh my God. I wish I could go back to Little League days and see a young Willy C just tearing apart a CiCi's Pizza.
Buddy.
I bet you were a demon.
The creative pizzas. Oh, that's a mac and cheese pizza? Let me get that.
And I know you're just fist full of pizza with one hand and you're in the arcade zone.
At our CC's, they had the little hockey game. You know how it's kind of like what's the game? Yeah, like foosball. Where you're kind of moving the hockey players around. Oh, that was a good game.
That is a good game. Shout out that caller too. I think he
shout out
remained
to
anonymous.
what is it? The cinnamon rolls at CiCi's Pizza. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
That might be our next PT6 meetup. Just saying.
CiCi's Pizza still alive?
Oh,
It's gotta
They got
be, man.
revamped.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We're talking about CiCi's Pizza.
We talking about
All
an
you can
American
eat.
staple.
What's the price of it now? I don't know.
It's probably sad if we looked at
Yeah, I know back in my day, I want to say maybe $6, $7.
That's crazy.
All you can eat pizza? Come
That's
on, man.
crazy.
Can
Yeah,
order
you can
CC.
order.
I mean, that ain't the experience.
That defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they do all you can eat anymore.
That's on.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll get into we'll do some detective work on CC's Pizza.
With our fast ones, Will.
$5.99 for.
Wow.
How much for adults?
$9.99.
$9.99. That ain't bad. In this economy,
PT6 Meet Up.
PT6 Meet Up, yeah.
Future PT6 Meet Up.
CiCi's Pizza. We will shut it down.
We will shut it
We
down.
will shut it down. We welcome all.
We have our fast ones. I was thinking for the fast ones, we can read names and then just kind of find in the comment like what that value is. Like NM Cola 5600 says dreaming big, working hard, and staying humble. GL3 AS91.
And just for context too, people that are tapped in, a couple weeks ago we talked about what is a core value you would love to instill on your kid for the rest of time.
Yes.
And not to get overwhelmed, I know there's a bunch out there that everybody wants to do, but just to give us some thought topics, some stuff to give the audience.
Absolutely.
It's coming from you guys.
Absolutely. Do you want me to go into mine and then we can go boom, boom, boom on the fast ones?
Sure. Yeah.
So I said NM Cola 5600 on YouTube said dreaming big, working hard, and staying humble are the values they would want.
I got one right here from Uncle Tony 2 on Instagram. Be the hardest worker in the room with whatever it is you're doing. It's very difficult to outperform hard work. Amen to that, Uncle
Amen.
Tony. Amen to that, Uncle Tony.
Amen. GL3 AS91 on YouTube said determination with a flex emoji.
Got one here from Drew0990 on Instagram. Above all else, be kind.
Peyton Headwall 3206 on YouTube said gratitude.
Gratitude.
And then
I'm going to write these down as well.
Oh, I like that.
Gratitude, hard work, kind, humble.
The Turning Company on Instagram said resilience.
Resilience. That's my favorite one. Resilience. I got one here from Weber Leaf. Value strength, emotionally, physically, and brain power, or whatever. I guess just value themselves.
That's a PT6er right there. That's not an MT6.
Yeah.
The big velvet on Instagram said curiosity tempered with kindness.
Curiosity. Oh, what? Is it just value themselves? I guess just value themselves. Respect for themselves, others, and the journey for life.
Ooh.
So respect.
And who did that?
That one came from Roddy31 on Instagram.
AJ Jacobson, 18 on Instagram, said courage and authenticity. I love those.
Yes.
Courage and authenticity.
Especially the authenticity.
Great job, AJ.
I hear for one from Erect D on Instagram.
Sicko.
Work ethic, talent, and likability only get you so far. Those who put their head down and grind will always rise to the top. Both my parents had excellent work ethic and were amazing examples to me. My wife's work ethic is impeccable. I hope I am upholding my part. Ooh, shout out Eric, especially giving credit everywhere else.
Steven Barrera, 49 on Instagram, said accountability. Own everything you do or don't do.
Accountability. Every day I ask my girls, what are you? This is values homework from Hollow Point 45 on YouTube. Here's the values homework. He even timestamped it, the 2-hour 10 mark from a couple episodes ago. Every day I ask my girls, what are you? Smart, strong, beautiful. Flex muscles, point to the head, hand on cheeks to teach them when they're toddlers. What do you do? They respond, pay attention, work hard, do the right thing. We've recently added, how do we eat good? EAT, effort, attitude, toughness. That is a fire one, Hollow Point.
Yeah, keep that one.
That's a dad hack for everybody too. What are you? Strong, smart, beautiful. What do you do? Pay attention, work hard, do the right thing. How do we eat? Effort, attitude, toughness. Eat.
Dude, those girls are so lucky they got some parents like that. I love that.
He comments on almost everything we post too, especially so big sicko.
Hollow Point, thank you for being a sicko, dude. It sounds like you're an incredible dad as well. H Grease on Instagram said persistence. If I had to pick one, I want her to be a dog. Fight for whatever she wants, needs, and finds a way to make it happen.
So we have Mets Camfield here. Value the process more than the results. If you work hard and treat people well, that's a great process and should be all you need to focus on. You can only control your controllables and you can't control the results. But having a sound process such as treating people well and working hard will put you in a great position to be successful. So I'm going to write down process over results. What I'm going to try and do here, if I can regurgitate or brokenly put together some of the things I was learning in this positive discipline class. So one thing we went over at the very start was like everybody, like the class had to answer, like, what are challenges that you're currently going through as a parent? And so you have people like Sherm. If I were to ask you, what is a challenge right now as a parent that your kiddo is giving you a challenge with? You have a 4-month-old, so that's kind of hard. But if there was one, like, let's brainstorm challenges that are out there. For me, I stood up there like, if you can break it down and not give us a few sentences, but if it was a headline in a newspaper, what would it be? And I said, whining, the epidemic that's taking us all down as parents and whining and using your strong voice was one for Rue.
Okay.
So like we had whining, we had like breakdowns at the grocery store, breakdowns, tantrums. Give me some more, Sherm.
Mine is during feeds, just not wanting to feed, like fighting the feed back, I guess.
So if we can say generally, if we're grouping it together with like toddlers or older kids, like dinner time.
Oh, dinner time. Yeah. I like that. Bedtime, I would say it hasn't been a full challenge, but it's difficult. Like
bedtime, and that one is one that will very much spike up when they're like getting more aware and they're becoming toddlers and everything else.
Yep.
Not getting what they want.
Yes, dude.
Moms were speaking up, and it was like a mom was just saying the challenge that she was having, which I think all parents go through, but it's like mom is the comfort zone, so they cling to mom a lot.
Oh, dude, I'm
like
going
during
through
times
that.
where they're breaking down and everything else. It's like mom is the one that gets drained because mom is like seen as a safe space.
Dude, I'm going through that big right now. When Scarlett's in a temper tantrum type thing, she does not want dad. She wants Chili Bean.
Yeah, bro. It's we battle that too. It's like I'll be in the bedroom. Like say we just got done eating dinner. I came across this water flosser.
Oh yeah,
where it just shoots through your teeth.
Yeah,
I love it. So when I get done eating dinner, we had some beef last night. So I had some beef stuck in the molars back there. So I'm going in and using the flosser.
Yep.
So it's around 7:00. We're about to start prepping for bedtime. Rue walks her little ass in to the bathroom and she's like, Dad, are you doing bedtime tonight? And I was like, as I'm going, I know she asks this every night because she wants mom. And do you want Dad to do bedtime tonight? No. Why don't you want Dad to do bedtime? I want mama to do bedtime. All right, go tell mama. But as a small example, it was mom's turn to do bedtime.
Yeah.
But just as a small example of like this clinging to mom as just always mom is what they want at all. Like I'll go up to wake her up in the morning and be like, where's mama? I want to see mama. And I'll be like, mom's at work right now. It's day, dad has getting you out of bed and getting you going this morning. Did you sleep? Oh, I want mama. I don't want to get out of bed. And it's just a fight all the time. Not like a fight all the time, but just a lot of whining, a lot of things. It's like, I want mom in this situation. And I see on mom too, it's draining because mom's always got to be.
It's got to be, dude.
The one that's like their self-soothe is going to mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I gathered from this is first we talked about what challenges we went across.
Yep.
And then it was all about, all right, now that we have our challenges list that they're writing on the board, doing some whiteboard work and some note work. Then they were going around the classroom and saying, what are goals that you have for your kid? Like imagine talking to your kid in 30 years. They're 35 years old. What goals or what would you want them to represent? What characteristics? So essentially the values and the goals that we've been sitting here talking about. So people are going around the room and my one was resilience because I love resilience above most. I love a lot of core values, but resilience always stands out to me because life is always going to be unfair to you. And it's always about, how you respond to when life hits you in the mouth. So if I could teach anything to my daughters, it would be mine was resilience that I gave. And so if we just use our list from breaking it down into one word by everybody that chimed in, we have on our list kind, gratitude, hard work, humble, dream big, resilience, curiosity, respect, courage, authenticity, accountability, eat, effort, attitude, toughness, process over results. So we have our list sitting here where we have our challenges list, things you're kind of going through as a parent. And I would encourage you and your wife to kind of talk about what challenges you might be going through, to where it's like things that you can tap into, because this is going to be a full circle reminder on how you can go about handling like those next situations together as a team, lock and arm. But we have the challenges: whining, breakdowns and tantrums, dinner time, not getting what they want, bedtime, and clinging to mom. So there's a quote that I said a while back that a gentleman gave me, somebody that was associated with the school, and I was kind of meeting him for the first time at the park when Rue was going around and playing with the kids. And he gave me this quote to where it's like, it's those moments where whether you're trying to get their shoes on, they're pissed about what clothes they want to wear, shoes, yada, 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 talking to them in the next 30 seconds the way you want to see them 30 years down the road. Instead of the short-term animal brain, we all get resistant. We all get upset about things. It's like when I'm sitting there trying to put Rue in the car seat and everything else, a moment is happening. And it's how you grab to the goals and the values that we have, connecting with the goals versus correcting the challenges. So connection over correction. So in that 30-second span, or it could be a few minutes long, as you're sitting there with your child, breaking it down and trying to mold them into these human beings we want them to be based on all these values. It's how can you connect with them away in those 30 seconds or in those tough moments that isn't going to correct the next 30 seconds, but mold them into what you want them to be in the next 30 years. So I thought that was like a good full circle thing. And the way I broke it down in my mind for the dads is that middle space right here is good.
Yeah.
Whining, good. Breakdowns, tantrums, good. Dinner time, they don't want to eat their food. They're negotiating with you. They want a cookie. They're not going to eat. You're going to have to sit there at the dinner table with them for a while, and they're giving you a hard time. Good. Not getting what they want. You're going to the grocery store. They want a toy. You're trying to teach them the value of $1. Just teach them anytime you walk in somewhere, you're not going to pick out something, and they're giving you a lot of trouble about that. In front of everybody, you feel embarrassed. Good. Are you going to snap and try and correct the behavior for just 30 seconds and just be very like disconnected? Or are you going to connect with them about, hey, I know you really want this, and right now we're not buying anything. So, then like me, I would think, I know you really want this right now, and we're not here to buy anything. So help, Dad, I really need your help picking out X, Y, and Z. Can you help me go find that? Try and redirect their brain a little bit. And then I'll follow up in the car. Hey, the reason why we don't buy things at the grocery store is yada, 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 yada. Whatever value you're wanting to instill, and connect with them when their brain is ready to go.
Yeah.
Because they're also teaching you like the brain, like with the hand, when everything gets heightened, your brain is like this, like the emotional part of the brain is firing. Nobody's learning, nobody's connecting, nobody wants to hear what you have to say or talk. It's just about how do you not match that energy as a parent, keep poised and keep controlled here, and get them to where now they're in a calm state and you can talk to them about what happened and what a moment and an opportunity we now have to teach them a good value, or start instilling those values and start molding them into the adults we hope that they become one day. So I thought it was very good. And just to go off this, giving you a hard time at bedtime, good. Clinging to mom. You see your daughter or your son clinging to mom in moments where it's like, it kind of pisses me off right now as a dad that it's almost like you're taking it as a sign of disrespect. To where at times I've been more of like standoffish, like, fine, go to mom. Or I just act mad in front of Rue to let her know she hurt my feelings, which is what am I trying to accomplish right there as a grown ass adult when my kid is losing her mind or she's wanting mom and just not me in that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not doing anything conducive to either of us. Well, I'm being as petty as she is.
Yeah.
So I'm like removing myself from it versus just staying in the pocket, staying present, letting her know, hey, sweetheart, I know you really want mom right now. And whenever the time calls for you to want a hug from dad, I would really love to read you a story. If you want dad to read you a story, I will come back upstairs and read you a story. I know you don't want me to right now, and that's okay. But I'm going to be right outside. So you just let dad know. That usually comes full circle to you at some point. They might use mom up and then, hey, I'm going to get the second parent dad in right now. But you just start bridging that gap of those moments of frustration instead of leaning into the correction of every challenge that parents go through, all of this stuff right here. it's good in your brain. And we have to think, how can we connect with our kids to find these moments of opportunity to teach them what we want them to be in the future?
Yes. And having the values, I love this strategy from the standpoint of having those values, that right column, if you want to show them again, Will, of let's say with dinner time and she's not eating. Not only the not eating part, I'm sure, is frustrating, but if you're wanting them to have curiosity and trying new foods, like what is the end goal in being able to identify a value that you want them to exhibit? It's not only how can I get them to eat, but how can I have them be more, have a more curious palate? And I know that that's like a weird example, but
also like, it's like, the whole thing of positive discipline. And it's like, it's like one of those things, like when you were in the Army back in the day, there were hard skills and soft skills. Back in the day, the hard skills is what men wanted to do. It was, the guns, it was the flying the helicopters. It was the shit that sounded manly.
Yeah.
Now that we know over time with a lot of data and everything else, we've realized that the soft skills are where the success comes from for people when those hard skills are done and gone and you can't do them anymore. Do you have those soft skills developed, whether it's with people, whether it's with communicating, whether it's understanding what empathy looks like, the whole just being kind thing, being kind and firm. But so I say that to say, like, I don't know how positive discipline comes off the lips to some parents, because there's a lot of old school parents that might hear positive discipline. What a weird way to just be like, to not try and discipline your kids. You want to be in a really kind, hey, here's a ribbon way. It's not that at all. It's like when you're learning to be kind and firm in a dinner example, it's like, hey, I can sit here and talk kindly to my child and be very firm about what the boundary is. Sweetheart, there is no piece of a cookie if you don't eat your dinner. And how the food can be nutritious to your body, like you're trying to teach them, like why it's important to eat your food, why we sit down as a family and we eat dinner together, why there's no options of a buffet that you get to choose from, or you get to eat pasta or chicken nuggets every night. You're going to eat what is being served. There's going to be values that you learn in that. And if you want to give us a very hard time about it, instead of lashing back at them or being very corrective in the state just because you're frustrated, you're trying to teach them what those lessons are and teach them that, hey, your opportunity to eat is now. And if you do want this dangly carrot at the end of the tunnel, like that doesn't happen unless you're part of the Clean Plate Club or unless you do eat. And if they give you a very hard time and they don't want to eat, they're not going to starve going into nighttime. That was one that my wife and I are going back and forth on. I was kind of glad to hear the lady talk about your kid's not going to starve, because Char would think like she needs to get something in her stomach at some point.
Yeah.
Because what we'll do is she'll manipulate. She'll choose, all right, I'll go to bed and not eat dinner. She'll go up to bed and then all of a sudden after her hair is brushed and her teeth are brushed, it's, I'm hungry, I want a snack. So then you feel like you got to give them something because they didn't eat dinner, where it's now we understand that there's even an extra layer of the boundary there to like, hey, sweetheart, you missed out on your opportunity. There are natural consequences in life. There are logical consequences in life.
That.
And you kind of gave them a logical consequence.
Yeah.
We explained what had to be done or what you needed to do.
Yeah.
You failed to do so. You can say it in any way you want to. You failed to do so. Tomorrow, we'll have another opportunity to eat in the morning for breakfast. You have the other opportunity. That's why we pack your lunch to go to school. We know you eat your lunch when it's time that you get that 30-minute window at school. And then it's the same thing for dinner, but it's a way to be the whole positive discipline, learning how to be kind and firm. Those words that like come off your lips as a man doesn't feel tough. It doesn't feel masculine. It doesn't make you feel like a man. It's like, oh, this is a way to coddle this next generation, to where I'm sitting there open-minded, learning as much as I possibly can, taking notes and everything. And I'm walking away like, man, that is some really good shit to understand, because even psychologically, they're teaching you to use the, as soon as, not if then. If you eat your food, then you'll get your cookie. Hey, as soon as you eat your food, you will get your cookie. And getting away from adding and not but. Like saying all the things and then saying, but you didn't do X, Y, and Z, therefore, blah, 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 blah. Because even psychologically as humans, if you read any negotiation book, they teach a soft skill of using and not but. Because most adults, when you hear, whether it's an apology or a conversation, you hear everything up to the but then when the but comes, everything before the but, you forget about whatever the compliment was, because now you're focused on the negative outcome.
Yep.
Versus, hey, this happened and here's what we do. It kind of like weirdly like rewires your brain. So I'm walking away from this workshop being like, yo, this shit is awesome. I'm all about it. So I hope you guys got something out of that. I love sitting there for 2 hours, kind of breaking all this stuff down, figuring like, hey, how can I come into for the dads and give whatever I can, what I learned. I would highly encourage any couple, any parent out there to go to a positive discipline course or any type of workshop in the world of parenting, because I was fired up. Char and I kind of walked away, kind of fired up together, a couple fist pounds on things that we feel like we do well. Hey, here are things that we can get better at. I'm immediately, my brain immediately went to, a dad was like, people are like, I hate to say I'm proud of you because they have, their own background, their own upbringing. Something like I'm proud of you, like kind of triggers them. And like, I know I say it to my kid and I kind of hate that I say it to my kid.
You do?
No, this was another dad. This was another dad bringing it up. And so that got into the conversation of praise versus encouragement. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, they're sitting there wearing dresses. Dad's not a big dress guy. There's kind of this battle back and forth at home that dad doesn't want her to wear dresses. She loves to wear dresses. So he kind of doesn't know what to say or how to handle it. So it kind of opened up that conversation on praise and encouragement to where I'm sitting there. I'm like, I do this all the time because I almost don't know. I know Ruth feels pretty. I'm glad she feels pretty. She's elated when she sees the look on Dad's face of being beautiful and, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know that in the long run, I'm not wanting her just to know that you show up and somebody tells you that you're beautiful. That's what makes you feel beautiful, is an external being or another person or something else telling you that you're beautiful. So I'm like getting equipped with some of these tools of like, oh my gosh, look at that dress. How does the dress make you feel? Or like, why did you pick out those colors? Just asking her questions to encourage her to speak on what makes her feel so good in the outfit that she's wearing. Long rant, long spiel.
No, it's a great rant. And if anything, it's just an example of communication. The communication with your child, the communication with your partner. Gotta have an open line of communication in order to succeed as a team. Mm-hmm. And I love this strategy from the standpoint of all it is doing is opening that line of communications. That what do we want? What values do we want our child to have? How are we going to go about having them exhibit those values? How are we going to go about fixing these things? What are some things that I don't do very well? What are some things that I have been doing well? You have to be communicating at all times, because when you are in the trenches, you get stuck in the same routine. If I check these things off, if they eat, shit, piss, and go to bed, I did it. Yeah. And hey, it may have been hell and I had a terrible day, but we're going to wake up and we're just going to do it again, whatever. And you get stuck in those cycles. I love that it's getting broken up by analysis of how did I do today? What could I get better on?
Yeah. To go off the communication and having that open mind in like welcoming blind spots that you could have. There are definitely parents. I can be one of those at times to where there might be a judgment that I'm feeling to where it's like, I'll parent how I want to parent versus actually sitting with myself. Is anything they're saying of substance to where I can check myself or look into a different formula or a concept? But yeah, that's the thing. The biggest takeaway is in those moments of challenge, how do you keep yourself from correcting the next 30 seconds and connecting to a value you want to instill over the next 30 years? That was the biggest takeaway from this workshop for myself. And yeah, hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Good sewed.
Great sewed.
Good sewed.
And so yours was resilience, correct?
Mine was resilience.
Okay, cool.
What was yours?
Confidence, but like coupled with humility, and strength coupled with kindness.
I love that. And I'm totally sorry for not having that and like writing it down on the list or just checking in on my boy of like, hey, what was your value?
No, you're fine.
It kind of got away from me. No, I kind of just got going. I'm sitting here. I'm like, this is all very broken. I'm also very excited to talk about it. I didn't prep for how to talk about
That's okay. I thought you one, nailed it. I thought two, this developed into something totally like higher tiered than what we were even going to do.
100%.
And I learned something today. Like I truly was sitting here just listening to you talk and was like, this is sick.
We would have been in there doing the skits together.
God,
bro, it
dude,
was fun, man. It was cool. It was cool.
We would
We'll have to find
crushed
something.
that.
We'll have to find something where it's like, hey, another PT6 meetups. We're going here to learn at this workshop.
Hey, you guys, and maybe you can test me on, or not test me, but you can run me through some of those here on the pod too.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Like
I'll
a
have to get out there and
situation.
try and figure out some of the scripts.
Yeah.
Sounds like we should host one. That was really well done, Will.
Yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun.
Professor Compton.
That's the thing too. It's like I'm going through that, and we say it all the time. We never want to come off as like experts. It's more like I'm taking in all this information. I'm very excited to share with everybody. You hope you do a great job, at the same time not coming off as like this is the authority.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Make sure you take out your trash. Big hugs, tiny kisses.
And a quick episode. We brought it up at the top, but we aren't getting away from reading comments. We aren't getting away from reading emails. This was it was going to be a quick sode because of the schedule. And we can't wait to read y'all's comments and emails and call-ins, etc.
And we read a bunch.
And we read a bunch.
We still read them. But yeah, make sure you take out your trash. We love you. We appreciate you. Papa Team 6 out. See you next week.